So where did you go last year for Christmas?
I went to Canada.
Oh, you went home for
Yeah, in
Christmas.
fact,
You're so lucky.
Yeah, in fact, Allison, this is the truth. I've gone home to Canada every year for Christmas. I say going
Wow.
home because for me,
It's still home.
we say home is where the heart is.
Yeah, I
I
like
have a
that.
house in Spain, but I still feel like when I go to Canada, I feel like I'm going home.
I
And
still
I've-
say that as well.
And I've gone home every single Christmas since I've
That's
been
so
here in
nice.
Spain.
Now, have you ever had trouble going home due to snowstorms, due to flight problems?
Yeah, I've had a lot of problems.
Trying
in
to
fact.
go
Yeah,
home,
I've
sure.
had problems going home, and I've had problems coming back.
Yeah, okay.
Because in Canada, in December and January, there
There's a
are
lot of
always
snow.
storms.
Yeah.
They have to when you're taking off from Toronto, for example, they have to de-ice.
Yeah,
They
the
get the
same thing.
engines going. They start the engine, and when the engines are going, well, they see if there are problems,
Yeah.
and they have a truck that comes and sprays. A fluid, a special liquid
Sure.
onto the wings to de-ice,
Yeah.
right, to take the ice off
They do the same thing in Colorado.
before they can go. They can't go.
Yeah.
They do the same in Colorado. Sure.
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah,
But I've
yeah.
had problems. I've had delays in Toronto where the flights just couldn't go out
Okay.
because of
Yeah.
weather problems.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So you went home for Christmas. Now, that must be nice. I haven't gone home for Christmas in 2 years.
Oh, really?
I would like to go home next year, but you never know. But I haven't gone home for 2 years. I usually go home in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't gone home for 2 years. So, what do you do when you go home for Christmas? Because
Well-
it's different when you go home for Christmas.
Obviously, I see a lot of friends. I see my family. Most
do you
importantly,
go
my
out a
family.
lot?
I go out a lot. I go out with my friends, and then I do a lot of things. I go skating,
Yeah.
ice skating, of course. I go skating. I sometimes go skiing.
Okay.
Although I haven't gone skiing for a few years.
All right.
I haven't gone skiing for a few years. I've never gone skiing in Spain. Have you ever gone skiing in
I
Spain?
have gone skiing. Well, I've gone skiing in Andorra.
Okay,
Yeah.
in Andorra. Well, you're from Colorado.
Yeah.
So compared to Colorado, is Andorra a good place to go skiing?
It's a good place to go skiing, but I think Colorado is a better place to go
Sure,
skiing if you
sure.
can, you know.
Aspen. Have
The
you ever gone-
mountains-
have you ever gone to
I've
Aspen?
never gone to Aspen to ski. I've gone to Aspen, but not to ski. But there are other ski resorts that are amazing because Aspen is much smaller compared to some of the other ski resorts where you can go skiing.
Yeah.
There are some ski resorts that have 3 mountains.
Oh,
and you
wow.
can spend one day going up and down the lifts, going up and down the slopes on one mountain and never see the other 2 mountains.
Wow.
There are a lot of places to go skiing in Colorado.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone skiing in Colorado for ages.
Well, it's like in Canada. I've gone to Lake Louise, but I didn't go skiing.
Right.
I've never gone skiing in the Rocky Mountains, unfortunately.
I can imagine. Now, do you go ice fishing in Canada?
Ice fishing. It's funny you'd ask, but unfortunately I've never gone ice fishing. I would
No.
love to go ice fishing, and people do it, especially in the island that my mother's from,
Okay, so
on
do
the
you,
east coast of Canada, Nova Scotia. There's a little island called Cape Breton Island, where my mother's from, and people go ice fishing there on the lakes.
now,
There.
do you think if you grew up in Cape Breton that you would go ice fishing?
Yeah, I mean, if I'd grown up there, I probably would have gone ice fishing a lot when I was young.
Right, yeah.
If if my parents lived there now, I would probably go ice fishing whenever I visited them in
Yeah.
the winter, at least.
Sure.
Because it's a nice thing to do. I think it's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
But I've never gone ice fishing. I'd like to go. Would you
Yeah.
like to go ice fishing?
I would
sometime?
enjoy going ice fishing. I suppose because you're in a little cabin on the
Oh,
on the ice, and you have in there a little heater and
People go out. People go out with a little 4-wheel drive vehicle.
Yeah.
And they drive straight out on the ice.
Yeah.
And they have their little shack.
it's like a shack more
It's
than
like
a cabin.
a little building. It's a little tiny building, but they have heaters in there.
Yeah.
And they can get reasonably warm.
Yeah, they go out
They
there
put the
completely
radio
prepared.
on. Yeah, they go out there ready to spend the day.
Yeah.
And they set up and they drill the hole in the ice.
Yeah.
The hole goes down through, several feet of ice.
Sure, yeah.
And they fish.
So this is sort of winter stuff that you can do in the winter, but now I suppose in the summer with your family, did you go on picnics? Did you used to go on picnics?
Yeah, sure. We used to go camping a lot.
Ah,
And
okay.
yeah, going on picnics for sure, but going camping more often and going fishing.
camping, but did you go up into the mountains to do that?
No, in my area there aren't so many mountains. So we would mostly go camping in the lakes. There's a lot of forest in eastern Canada
Sure.
and lakes, so we'd just go camping.
Go
I
camping,
would
go
take-
swimming, go fishing.
Yeah, we have a canoe. My father has a canoe.
Okay.
And it's great. And we would load the canoe up with a tent
Oh, wow.
and food for a few days, and take the canoe and go out to an island,
Oh, fascinating.
set
How
up the
fun.
tent, and we could stay there camping on this island. You could go out there and you could go for 2 or 3 days without seeing a person, Allison.
You could go for 2 or 3 days without seeing
You
a
could
person.
go a couple
Wow.
days without seeing
Sounds
a person.
like you're very isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is nice when you
But it
when
is
you're
nice.
talking
You
about
need that.
disconnecting from the city life, from work.
I haven't found a place like that I can go in Spain.
Have you ever
where I
gone to a
can
really
disconnect.
isolated place?
I've gone to places that are isolated. You can go to some isolated places in the mountains in Colorado.
Yeah.
Because, in the whole state, there are 4 million people in the entire
4 million?
state.
Wow.
And the state is about 3/4 the size of Spain.
Wow.
So you can go to some isolated places
Sure.
in the mountains. And I've done that, and I've gone camping like that. But I can't think of a time where I've gone without seeing a person for a few days. I can't think of anything like that. Or where I have gone without seeing, obviously I've gone with other family members as well. So, or other families.
Yeah, there aren't very many people, there aren't very many places where you can go a few days without seeing a person.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
And
interesting.
it's something I took for granted.
Yeah.
But having the ability to go out into the woods,
And kind
the
of
forest,
disappear.
and basically disappear and
Yeah.
go several days without seeing someone. I took it for granted. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
really thought
absolutely.
of that as being something so special.
Right.
But living in Spain and living in a city,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, yeah. It sounds nice. I would love to get away and go up into the mountains soon. But anyway, where are you going to go today?
well, I have to get going now.
Okay.
I've got to go shopping.
All right.
In fact,
Okay.
I got to get going. But it's been great talking to you as always,
As
Allison.
always. All right. See you.